diplomatically, the president cannot invite Hamed here because he was vice president. And he asked me to invite him on his behalf. And he called me and said, sign this letter, invite Hamed here because I want to have a discussion.
When was this?
Sometime 2023.
Okay.
And I did invite Hamed and welcomed him and delivered him to the president. There was nothing about Kenya. They were just discussing business, about gold, about such other things.
You were in that meeting?
No, I introduced him and then I was told to leave because it had nothing to do with Kenya.
How do you know this then?
No, I'm saying if it had anything to do with Kenya, I would have sat through the meeting. But I'm the one who, after they were through, I'm the one who took him to the airport and I inquired and they are doing business. So it is putting Kenya in.
Kenya political scene was shaken yesterday after controversial commentator Maverick Aoko accused President William Ruto of controlling a shadowy empire that earns $16 billion annually from gold smuggling and illegal arms trade, linked to the conflict zones in Sudan and also DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. So her claims come just months after former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and several Kenyan gold industry stakeholders raised serious concerns about corruption and unregulated gold exports, raising the possibility of an coordinated criminal network operating at the highest levels of power. So, in a viral post on social media platform known as X, Aoko alleged that President Ruto is not only aware of the illicit trade, but is actively benefiting from it, using Kenya as a safe route to launder gold and also export arms to warlords in the region. Yeah, hisi mgeni. Also Sudan claimed that President William Samoei Ruto alikuwa ana transport weapons ili to the opposition leaders ama to the opposition parties ambayo inaleta vita huko Sudan. So, while Aoko did not represent hard evidence, her post has ignited widespread public debate with many Kenyans questioning whether their country leadership is entangled in very conflicts or it claims to help solve. So, earlier Gachagua warned us. This is not the first time Kenyans such accusations have surfaced, and earlier this year, it was about February the 20th, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was in an interview with KTN. He is now a vocal critic of Ruto administration, and he claimed that Sudan liquid gold cartel was funding the State House with dollars. These claims were dismissed by government spokespeople as political noise, but Aoko allegations now appear to mirror of Gachagua narrative. Wale ambao walikuwa wanasema Gachagua anataka sympathy from Kenyans because ameweza kuimpichiwa pale bunge. So, this narrative raises questions about whether there is a deeper truth beneath the politics. Before we continue, let's check that full video of Rigathi Gachagua exposing Ruto.
Allow rebels who have been slapped with international sanctions because of the genocide to meet in government facilities in Nairobi. You have heard Sudan now is threatening to stop our tea going to Sudan. And what is happening is that the president has put his personal and commercial interests ahead of the country's interests. That's the problem that they are having. They are doing business with the RSF chief of gold that is being gotten from that area, brought to Nairobi and taken to Dubai.
And you can substantiate?
Yes, I can. I have one time. And, diplomatically, the president cannot invite Hamed here because he was vice president. And he asked me to invite him on his behalf. And he called me and said, sign this letter, invite Hemedi here because I want to have a discussion.
When was this?
Sometime 2023.
Okay.
And I did invite Hemedi and welcomed him and delivered him to the president. There was nothing about Kenya. They were just discussing business, about gold, about such other things.
You were in that meeting?
No, I introduced him and then I was told to leave because it had nothing to do with Kenya.
How do you know this then?
No, I'm saying if it had anything to do with Kenya, I would have started through the meeting. But I'm the one who, after they were through, I'm the one who took him to the airport and I inquired and they are doing business. So it is putting Kenya in very bad light. Very, very bad light. And President William Ruto must accept that he will not be president forever. He cannot destroy this country and the way we are perceived by other nations. He must be a nationalist. He must rise above personal and commercial interests and put the country first. That group has been flagged by the international community and sanctions have been slapped against them for genocide and killing of children. But again, thinking about it, there's a saying that birds of the same feather flock together. They are killing children in Sudan, we are killing children here. So again, there's convergence. I think birds of the same feather flock together. But we are looking very bad. DRC, we have handled it very badly. And in fact, I am told many African presidents are unwilling to get involved in peace initiatives led by President William Ruto because he is conflicted in terms of personal and commercial interests that he has put above national interests.
My people, beyond political claims, gold traders and international watchdogs have also flagged irregularities in Kenya gold trade. If you can remember well, in 2023, Kenya officially exported less than 700 kilograms of gold. Less than 700 kilograms of gold according to the government records. And so yet, the United Arab Emirates, a major importer, reported receiving several tons from Kenya. Hizo tons zinatoka wapi? Remember, in 2023, Kenya officially exported less than 700 kilograms of gold. Not according to me, but according to the government records. And yet the United Arab Emirates, a major importer, reported receiving several tons from Kenya. We are asking ourselves where that several tons from Kenya zinatoka. The other is the mismatch suggests a large volume of unaccounted gold likely smuggled in from neighboring country. Yeah, because kama transport 7 kilograms of gold according to the government records, na United Arab Emirates inasema that Kenya wamewapatia, yani they have received 7 tons of gold from Kenya, and the government records inaandika imetransport only 700 kilograms of gold. Tunashindwa where the other is coming from. So, a report by Swiss Aid, a Switzerland-based NGO, noted that Kenya is increasingly being used as a transit point for gold mine illegally in eastern Congo and parts of Sudan. Gold industry insiders in Nairobi have long complained that unknown exporters with political protection dominate the trade while registered Kenyan dealers are shut over-regulated. My people, armed trade angle, gold fats guns. Why this? Aoko claim links gold smuggling to arms trafficking, alleging that profits from illegal gold are used to buy weapons and ship them to Sudanese rebel groups. Yeah, this is not the first time, because also Sudanese walikuwa wamekuja wakasema that Kenya is transporting weapons to Sudanese rebel groups. And the governments wakakuja wakaanza kusema that is politics, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Well, this has not been proven. Regional security experts have warned that there are signs of Kenyan registered planes landing in RSF-controlled zones and reports of humanitarian cargo that might actually include arms or military supplies. There are kuna video ambayo NTV Kenya iliweza kuexpose how weapons are being transported from Kenya to Sudan. In that video, the weapons zilikuwa zinaonyeshana kuwa ziko na label ya Kenya. So this is so bad because Kenya is known as a peaceful country. So tukianza kuleta conflict with Sudan, we will end up losing. Our economy itaweza kuteremka because now Sudan hawezi tuamini tena. If it's true, it would mean Kenya is indirectly fueling the very conflicts that it's trying to mediate, especially in Sudan, where the RSF has been accused of atrocities, ethnic cleansings, and war crimes. Why Ruto is supporting RSF? First thing, to get gold, because he is exchanging gold with weapons. So, no comment from State House, but pressure builds. As of today, President Ruto and State House have not responded directly to Aoko's claims. However, senior government officials have previously denied involvement in any smuggling operations. But silence may no longer be enough, guys, because civil society groups are now calling for an independent investigation, possibly involving international bodies like the AU and also UN. Opposition lawmakers are demanding full disclosure of all gold export records and links between Kenya's aviation sectors and Sudanese conflict zones. And also, some of the MPs have even suggested forming a parliamentary special committee to probe that issue. So, what is our final word? Truth or political theater? Is really Ruto getting $16 billion from smuggling goods, or it's false? While Aoko $16 billion figure may be inflated or symbolic, the underlying issue is real. Kenya gold trade is opaque, unregulated, and also possibly inflated by powerful figures with regional warlord ties. Combined with earlier warnings from Gachagua and hard data from gold reports, the picture that emerges is disturbing. Why? Kenya may be quietly sitting at the center of East Africa's shadow economy, while citizens struggle under debt, taxes, and rising costs. For a country that spread itself on regional leadership and diplomacy, those allegations, if ignored, could destroy Kenya's credibility at home and abroad. So, our big question today remains that, will this spark a proper investigation, or will it be buried like so many scandals before it? Will this spark a proper investigation, or will it be buried like so many scandals before it? First thing,